Hello from the Dukascopy TV studio in Geneva. We are talking about the risks in commodity trading with Mr. Lionel Pierre Rossini. He's managing director from Colossiens SA here in Geneva. Welcome to the studio.
Hi, hello.
So actually tell us, what are the risks of commodity trading?
But there are many, but the thing is that trading companies are taking risk to move a commodity from point A to B, a logistical risk, a financial risk, a counterparty risk. Then the risk can be, as you can see, throughout the whole operations, and the contract between the counterparties will try to prevent that things can go wrong. Then sometimes the interpretation of the contract, or even the responsibility of the counterparty to respect the terms, can make that problems can arise. Then the risk can be various. It can be a quality risk, can be a quantity risk, can be a logistical risk if the vessel has a problem. It can be a counterparty risk if the counterparty decide not to respect, like I said, some terms of the contract. And at the end, it can be a payment risk because the transaction will be completed once the payment is fully made. Then, as you can see, the risk can happen throughout the whole operation.
Mm-hmm. And which risk factor is coming? Do you see the most, or which risks are happening the most, and in your experience?
The risk that we see the most is the counterparty risk, because we are in a market where the price can be very volatile, and if the price move in one direction, if you are some suppliers, if the price move up, they will be inclined to move their price up, to increase their price, or to find another buyer to capture the best price. If the price move down, the buyer, the importer in destination might be inclined to find a cheaper cargo. Then I think the risk, for what I saw, is that the risk which is happening the most is the counterparty risk, which means the default from a contractual partner.
Mm-hmm. So, and these happen because there is not enough money on the counterparty side. What are the reasons for that?
It can be of different reasons. Sometimes it can be that the counterparty doesn't have enough money to pay, because then the market for him is not favorable, and he is not capable of respecting his payment terms. But also sometimes it can be an opportunity. It can be just an opportunity just to buy better. Then why to buy at this price when I can buy much cheaper? Then it can happen both ways. But in any case, these are risks that a trading company may face, and they will have to deal with it.
And how can these risks be avoided?
You have to be careful, and you have to first of all, this kind of risk can happen only when the payment instrument is not in place or the payment is not made. Then it means that either you have granted a credit to the counterparty, or you have received a partial payment, or your payment instrument is not viable. Although if you have a strong payment instrument, reliable payment instrument, this cannot happen. But the thing is, in trading, you have to deal with people that you want to trust. You want to build a relationship. You want to build. You're going to grow together with this counterparty, and sometimes you have to take some risk for the trade to happen, because your competitors will probably give the credit that you might not give, and then you might kill the trade. Then you are taking some risk, but sometimes those risks can materialize.
Mm-hmm. And at Colosseum, it's a rather new and young companies with experts from many different fields in commodity trading. How can you help?
What happened is that I spent 20 years as a trader in the commodity trading industry, and I noticed that there was a gap between traders and lawyers when a contract go bad, and that there's a problem, that the trading company is at risk. We call the lawyer. More often they are sitting in London and they are spending nice message to the counterparty, which are quite expensive, but those messages they are not reaching out to solutions, and to put somebody in arbitration in London because he has defaulted on contract term when he's sitting in Somalia or in West Africa, it doesn't make much sense, and most of the time the problem is not solved, which means that we are not getting the money back, we are not compensated, we are not getting anything. Sometimes even the good can be lying there at destination and being blocked or seized, and the value of the good can even be forfeited because you don't have the means to take control of the goods. Then when you have a lawyer sitting in London writing nice letters to your counterparty, doesn't make the things happening. Then there was a need of a byproduct between traders and lawyers, meaning having the sense of law, knowing about rules and regulations, but also having a practical knowledge and having the courage maybe to go on the spot at the core of the problem and solve the problem.
Okay. And so this is what you do. Can you give us an example how it works?
For instance, 6 months ago there was about 9,000 metric tons of rice blocked in West Africa. The importer defaulted, he decided not to pay. Then the good was there, it arrived to destination without having somebody to pay for it. Then I had to go and help this trading company to find a way to cash the product. And I went there and I sold the product to the customer of the customer of this importer. And I liquidated the stock. I sold the stock, took me about 2 months. And the trading company, instead of having a goods which I could have laid down there maybe years, I just sold it fast and they could get money back. For sure there was a commercial loss because the importer defaulted because the market price went down, and he bought another cargo. But the thing is that instead of losing the complete value of the cargo, they got immediately out of the situation. The problem was solved as fast as possible.
And this is how you can add value for your clients at Colossiens. Thank you very much, Mr. Rossini, for being here today.
Thank you for having me here. Bye.
Thanks. And thanks for watching. Do make sure to keep clicking back on the Dukascopy TV website for latest updates and exclusive interviews. Have a great day and see you next time.